ended, and then we move on because getting to the latter part of the game, I think we raised up the standard, and subsequent matches, that is where we are going to start from, and then we move on. She was in our game plan right from the beginning until she missed our trip, and then she made a follow-up the following day to join the team. So I think that already she was in our game plan. Even we prepared the final stage in Ghana before we came. She was still with the team. We lost to a good team or a good side. So at least this has been like more or less like a final game, because a match between Nigeria and Ghana is always a final match, irrespective of where we are starting from. So at least for what we have picked, we'll go to the drawing board, and then we discuss it, and from there we continue to make amends.
For what you notice as maybe a setback in the game, how we have 2 goals advantage, and the run of play have gotten to about 65 to 78 minutes. We have about 20 minutes to go. We have to do a little low block going on a counter because our formation is 4-3-3 pyramids. So we have a 2 goal advantage. We have to play it on 4-5-1, sitting back, taking a lock run. But the Ghanaians too, they are flexible because they can distribute the ball. So we try to block the whole of their play so that we can hold on to what we have, which is the goal advantage. And that was just the start. Thank you very much. For a game of this magnitude, the first match in any competition is a tedious match. And looking at the history of when we talk about Ghana, Nigeria for any tournament, the so fighting calls will call before the game, during the game, and after the game. So, like what was discussed yesterday during the conference, I said, as a time we separate the ladies from the women, because the Ghana side for the game we played today, it was a tough encounter. But we knew we want to qualify from that group. We have to pull an effort to get our 3 points. So, thank you very much. For every game, it's one after the other. The first game is Ghanaian. We know the rivalry. We know the optimistics from our post match and the review. And when we watch their game in the analytical, their games they play on the YouTube, we could see that we're going to play a team that makes the defense to the midfield to the attack on their mixed quality. And they're flexible on the ball. So with that now, we have noticed all this. So we'll be able to just look at solution from the kind of player we have. So, but we know it's going to be a very tough game. So we have learned a lesson from what we have seen, and we prefer solution. So for this now, it's preparing us because we have been able to play one, and it's one after the other. So we have been able to take Ghana now. We have our three. We are looking for how do we qualify from the table. It's qualification first from your group before. But I must tell you, the Ghana team is not a pushover. They're a good side. Like when we discussed in the conference yesterday, I said one thing that for coaching ethics, we don't disclose our arsenals. But for us, we have been able to watch the police that they play from their 2 center back. And the orientations of play will come in deep from those 2 center back. We need somebody with physique, height, and durations of build to really attract the 2 center back or back to their balance. So that's why we keep Janet there for them not to turn their offensive from the center back into the midfield. For them to add number because from the side they play more real on their cut back. For any teams, if you are not having more numbers in your box, you will concede more about them. So we have been able to watch them, analyze all these things. For us to have the numerical back, so the 2 center back must not join in the middle, then we can allow them to go far. They won't have more in the attack phase for them to gain advantage of drop balls. That's just the tactics. And it works well for us today.